All new at 11 o'clock now, and On Your Side exclusive. A boy found handcuffed to a porch with a dead chicken around his neck, a story all of us have been talking about for years. Wants to tell you his story. He is 13 years old. He says he never had a chance to tell a judge what happened. He's adamant he wants his abusers to stay behind bars, though one is already out. Dorian Harper, an ER nurse, and Wanda Sue Larson, a DSS supervisor, pleaded guilty. Harper admitted guilt to 6 felonies and 1 misdemeanor, including child abuse and maiming. He received 6 to 10.5 years in prison. Now, Larson pleaded guilty to 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, including child abuse and willful failure to discharge duty. She was released for time served after 16.5 months in jail. The boy, who we're calling Michael, sat down with WBTV's Pamela Escobar to talk about how his life has changed since being rescued and what he would have shown a judge if given the chance. Pam's live, and Pam, you've been talking with this child for weeks.
Yeah, Molly, he was nervous when we first sat down for the interview, but for months he asked his mom to do it. We've covered his face and disguised his voice to protect him, and because he asked. Michael lived with Harper and Larson for 9 years, and he's still in the DSS system. Some of the court photos you're about to see are graphic.
Wanda Sue Larson is free on probation after being released from the Union County Jail.
I want Wanda Sue to be in jail longer.
Dorian Harper is in Caledonia State Prison in Halifax, North Carolina.
Well, I was kind of sad because he was a good parent sometimes, and he had a lot of days in jail. I mean, a lot of months in jail.
Michael has also done a lot of time in DSS custody and was elated to find out a few weeks ago he didn't have to go back to his foster home. Michael asked that we protect his identity by hiding his face and deepening his voice. He is 13 years old, but appears much younger. Prosecutors during Dorian Harper's sentencing said Michael was malnourished and was tortured. He showed one of his scars.
He found a needle and by the chicken, and the chicken, his eyes were like, he couldn't open the eye, and he found the chicken bleeding too. And so he supposedly thought that I put the needle in the chicken's eye and just put the medicine in there. So he came in and he had the needle, and he did that to right here where the scar is, and he did that. Then he put salt on it. Well, first he put water on it, then he put salt on it, and to make it start stinging a lot. And it stung a lot and it hurt. He made me bleed.
He says he doesn't need to look at the physical scars to get scared.
I had a nightmare that Wanda Sue came and took me, and I wasn't able to ever find my parents again.
He says he sleeps better in his own room versus the floor and dirty blankets at Larson and Harper's home.
Like, he'd make me scrub the floors with washcloth and the walls, sometimes the walls. Then he'd make me stay up for the rest of the night.
Prosecutors say Harper was responsible for most of the abuse, but Michael wishes he could have told the judge about Larson.
She abused me too, and she knew that Dorian was abusing me too, but she didn't stop it. She just add on to it.
He's in therapy, and it's twice a week.
Sometimes I talk about stuff that they did to me, like now sometimes, and it makes me feel better, and that's why I feel better now.
Why did you want to talk to me?
Because I really want her to go to jail, and I want to do whatever it takes to get her back in jail, because she deserves to be in jail for a long time. And I just wanted to get some of the things that happened out of my mind.
He says what helps is being with family.
Now I finally get to be back with my mom. And it was a long time that I had to wait until I could come back.
And his family says they continue to wait for justice. Pamela Escobar, WBTV, on your side.
Michael's biological mother, who you heard him say he now lives with, says his therapist is aware he talked with Pam and is telling this story publicly tonight. Also, being that Wanda Sue Larson is out of prison, WBTV tried to track her down for comment. We were unable to find her.